Your body can burn up to 500 fewer calories a day without you doing anything. No new job, no new injury, no new stress, no secret binge that you just forgot about. And this is the exact reason as to why your diet stopped working, not the thing that you're blaming. Week 1 of a cut is a scam, a beautiful, delicious scam. You're weighing yourself in the dark, pre-coffee, post number 2, holding your breath like if you inhale, the scale number might actually increase. But it drops 2 pounds and you now feel invincible. I mean, you probably feel like you could bench a car. Then week 6 shows up and it ruins the whole bit. Same effort, same tracking, the same exact suffering through your coworker's birthday cake that was left in the break room, whilst everybody else stares at you like you're the food police. And the scale just ends up sitting there smug. It's personally disrespecting you at this point. So today we're gonna be covering where that 500 calories actually goes, why your body does this to you on purpose, and what to do instead of rage quitting into a Domino's pizza at 11 p.m. on a Tuesday night. Hello people, what is up? My name is Mike Philly and I am a physique and development coach. I've helped hundreds of people shed body fat and build muscle tissue in a way that makes them not hate their existence. I don't really do just believe in yourself. I do the basics done very, very well. So today let's talk about why fat loss plateaus happen and why the advice of just be more consistent thrown out by the rest of the fitness industry is a load of shit. And if you're new here and like the vibe of this video and want more educational content just like this, we'll make sure that you subscribe. Now, before we just go and blame our metabolism, we need to understand something that nobody really wants to hear. Day 1 of your diet, you're a machine. You're motivated. Food's weighed to the gram, steps are done before 10 a.m. You're basically a Navy SEAL with a meal prep container and you're genuinely excited to go train in the gym. But the thing is, not many people sustain this. And the sneaky part about all this is the discipline doesn't really shed off all at once. It slowly trickles in. You start getting a little bit lazier and you start eyeballing portion sizes. You start licking that peanut butter spoon every single day, even though that's not tracked. You cook everything with a splash of oil. The sauce, the dressing, the milk that you put in your coffee. You start getting a little bit more laxy-daisy with your steps, maybe hitting that 9,000 goal instead of 10,000, but it's okay because you were close, right? I ate pretty healthy today. Becomes your entire methodology. Now, if I'm being completely honest, none of these are a big deal on their own, but that's the trap. It's not always that dramatic binge that stalls you. It's a handful of tiny things that you're doing in your day that weren't the exact way that you were doing it on day 1. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, no, I genuinely haven't slipped at all, and you're on the ball, and the scale is still being an absolute asshole to you, well then okay. That's a totally different conversation, and that's not you being soft with your goals. That's your body doing something on purpose. So let's talk about it. Thanks to the fitness algorithm, metabolism has become one of those fancy words that people think is a magical spell. Oh mate, my metabolism's broken. And this is something that I want to kill off completely, something called starvation mode, where your body supposedly clings onto fat instead of burning it because it thinks you're starving. That's not real. That's some 90s myth. It's doing something far less dramatic and far more annoying, which is getting quietly more efficient and cheaper to run. The unsexy truth here is your metabolism is gonna change on a cut. It's not broken, it's not damaged. It's your body doing a very normal, boring thing, which is becoming more efficient because you've given it less to work with. But that's a good thing. I'm gonna tell you right now that nobody's metabolism is permanently ruined because you went into a fat loss phase. There's just 3 things that are going on under that hood of yours. Number 1 being you're a smaller version of yourself now. Fewer kilos on your body means your body needs less to actually run. Think about it like this, a Mini Cooper needs less gas than a big old truck. So if you drop enough weight, your metabolism drops with it. So what used to be a 300 calorie deficit for you can quietly become you just eating. Number 2 is NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis. And this is the one that really gets people. Fidgeting, pacing on your phone, doing the chores, taking the stairs without thinking about it. Just generally existing with any kind of energy that you're expending. But when you're in a deficit, your brain quietly slows this down. You might start to move less, you might be getting a little bit more tired in your day and you don't want to do as many chores around the house. You might actually drive to the grocery store instead of walking because you just can't be asked that day. It's your nervous system pulling the plug. And it does this because it's trying to protect your energy stores. It doesn't want your body to lose more fat. And this can cost you anywhere from around 100 to several hundred calories a day that you're not burning anymore. And this has been quietly happening in the background for a period of time now. And number 3, your hormones start whispering to you. 1 being a drop in leptin. This is the hormone that tells your brain we're fed up, chill the F out. At the same time, another hormone kicks in called ghrelin, which is your hunger hormone. And whilst being hungry on a fat loss phase is a perfectly normal experience to have, it's still a bit of a pain in the ass, isn't it? So it's not just in your head that week 8 of a cut feels harder than week 1. Your actual hormones are working against you by a theory of design. If you add in some dips with the thyroid and the sex hormones, and your body is basically left in a position of just operating in energy saving mode across the board. On top of all of this, your workouts feel cheaper. You're a little bit weaker in the gym, you're a little bit more tired, you don't want to push as much. You're lighter, so the same run that you were doing on week 1 actually burns less calories now. None of this is a malfunction. It's just your body being annoyingly good at its job. Okay, so if you're still with me, good. Because the next part of this is the actual bit that you can change. So what you do going forward actually makes you feel good. It stops you from being stuck. Most people stop watching fat loss plateau videos around here. They nod at the science and then undoubtedly go and do nothing different. Don't be that person. And one more thing before we actually fix it. Losing a pound at 200 pounds and losing a pound at 150 pounds, they are not the same event. The leaner you get, the more 1 pound represents a percentage of you. So the scale slowing down doesn't mean that progress has stopped. It just means that there's left of you to take. Week 1 weight loss is mostly a lie. Lower carb intake means less glycogen that's being stored, which means that less water is clinging onto the glycogen, which means a big drop in scale weight for the first week or so. And this almost has nothing to do with you losing fat. So if you set your expectations on the progress of week 1 or maybe week 2 or 3, you're just gonna be setting yourself up for disappointments by week 5 onwards. Don't do that to yourself. Now, here's what you can actually do about it. And this is the exact process I use with every single one of my clients when they hit a fat loss plateau and the scale ends up going quiet for a few weeks. This is not just eat less and pray, this is an actual process. So step 1, the audit. Be honest with yourself for once. Are you actually weighing your food or are you just eyeballing it? Has one drink over the weekend led to maybe a couple on Friday, a couple on Saturday, and then a takeout on Sunday? Are you actually hitting that marker of your steps or are you slightly under? Are you logging those oils, those sauces, that milk that you put in your coffee? If the deficit was never there, there's nothing to fix other than the honesty that you have with yourself. Step 2 is zoom out. One weigh-in means nothing. Sodium, hormones, food volume, if you had a burrito the size of your forearm the night before, all of this can swing the scale by pounds overnight. Look at a 7 to 10 day average. A lot of plateaus are led by 1 scale weigh-in a week, where you're then left disappointed because you think that that's the actual data marker that you're looking at. Step 3 is check the unusual suspects. Bad sleep, high stress, all of these can hide real fat loss progress, potentially by water retention for maybe a week or 2. So rule these out before you just go and start blaming your metabolism for being in the gutter. Step 4, if the audit is clean, make the actual decision. If tracking's tight, steps are real, and nothing slipped, your targets simply aren't the mark anymore. Now you've got 2 real options here. Option A is tighten it up. Small boring changes like drop 100 to 200 extra calories a day, add 1,500 to 2,000 steps to your day, or throw in a couple more cardio sessions that week. Now, here's what that actually looks like on paper. Let's say you're eating 1,800 calories a day and you're stuck. Drop to 1,650, add 2,000 steps. Let's say you're getting 8,000 steps a day, add 2,000, so go up to 10K, and add a cardio session in that week that maybe burns 200 extra calories. Now you have rebuilt 250 to 300 extra calories that are burned within your day. And this is without you doing anything very drastic. Run this for 2 to 3 weeks, track your metrics properly, and make sure that you're not judging anything far too soon. If you go bigger than this, it usually backfires for most people. And that's gonna make you miserable with no extra results. So make sure that you do this in a very sustainable and slow manner. And remember, track the data. Option B is take a break. If you're wrecked, constantly hungry, flat in the gym, feeling like garbage, stress is super high right now with work, you're snapping over your loved ones because you're just in a pissed off mood all the time, more restrictions probably not the move, so think long term. Add your calories back up to maintenance for a few weeks. Let your hormones and NEAT recover a little bit. So for round 2, after these few weeks pass, and you head back into that fat loss phase, you're gonna be in a far more motivated position without hating existence. Whichever path that you do choose, protein and training should stay very consistent. This is what's protecting your quality muscle tissue. Don't play about with it. And if you lose that, you're not dieting anymore, you're just shrinking. And we're not gonna want that when it comes to physique development. So, a little summary here. If you've been staring at that scale and it's been pissing you off for the last few weeks, that's not your body betraying you. And it might not be you being lazy either. It's just biology doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing. Audit first, tighten or pause for a second, and repeat. And look, if part of your problem was you weren't even in a deficit to begin with, and you pulled your calorie target out of thin air, or off some shitty little influencers, this is what I eat in a day video, that was clearly for a 6'4" man on PEDs, well then I got something for you. I made you a calculator. So fancy. And it's actually linked in the description of this video. You can go grab it for completely free. And this is gonna help you work out your calorie numbers so you can genuinely be in that deficit alongside hitting a protein target. This way you're not just guessing and getting frustrated and hoping for the best. Go and use it. It's a sure way to make sure that you're on the right path. Getting frustrated with your results sucks, but it's one of the biggest reasons as to why people never get to the point where they want to get to. Now remember to like and subscribe if you found this useful. Comment below what you want me to chat about in the next video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.